So today I wanted to do a video because it's very rainy outside, and essentially what it's going to be is like a day in the life with an active breed when you can't really go outside very much because obviously it's raining cats and dogs outside. I think we're getting like over 20 millimeters today. So we do have some chores that we have to get done. Have to go grocery shopping. It's Saturday, so it's kind of like my only option to grocery shop, and then we're gonna do a walk kind of in town just to get him, used to doing stuff where people are. So one thing that I've struggled with here is because I'm so remote and I do live on a farm, it's hard to get him experiences that you would normally get in like a city. So I think when we do go to a big city for the first time, he's going to be a little bit scared because obviously like he's not used to having so many cars driving around and people on the sidewalks and stuff. He loves people. The thing that we're struggling with that is that he is a big jumper. So I'm trying to work with him to like sit before anyone says hi to him, but he's a Aussie, right? So he like feeds off of energy, and a lot of times it's really, really hard to tell people not to build him up, right? Because they'll meet him with like, oh, and he just goes like, and it like winds up, and then he like goes off, right? And instead, if you're really calm with him, he usually stays very calm. So I'm working on that. That's been the biggest struggle so far. He's totally potty trained now. He's 4.5 months old. He is sleeping through the night. Thank goodness. It's usually my bladder that wakes us up, not his. And yeah, we're just gonna have a fun day. Ignore the laundry machine in the background. Let's get going. He is getting huge. I can't believe it. Look at this dude. Look at this little dude. And a lot of you have been asking, so he is not docked in Norway. They don't dock the tails. He's actually a natural bobtail. So the natural bobtails on Aussies, they don't look like the docked tails, right? They're not like super, super tiny. There it is for you. The butt to the camera. We're also dealing with a bit of nipping because he is right in the middle of losing all of his teeth. So it must be quite sore for his mouth right now. No, we're not. No. 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 He's lost all of his canine teeth. He's in the middle of losing a lot of his molars. He doesn't actually hurt me. He just holds my hand, but that's not really acceptable. No. Here, put this in your mouth. There you go. There you go, my boy. All right, so we're gonna head off right now. So there's Timber in his kennel. In Norway, you have to have your dogs confined. You can't have them free in the car. So that's what I do for him. I put down all of the back seats, and then he's just sitting right there, and he can get the air and stuff. So we're gonna head out. Okay, so we're on our walk right now, and the town is just down there. It's kind of like a nice little walk that we can do. Half an hour walk, you can see by my glasses. It's been raining quite a bit. Timmy, what do you think? You're soaking wet, but we were successful. You pooped. So one thing I really like about the area that I live in is that it's so quiet and calm. It's really good for him. Timmy, good boy. He's walking very well on his leash. He's not really pulling as much anymore. And the way that I taught that is I would stop if he started to pull too hard and take 2 steps back. And now he really follows quite well when I back up and when I go. So he just kind of learned to stick with me, I guess, is the way that I would describe it. But it took a lot of work and a lot of like very strict consistency. So we finished at the grocery store. Little Timmy was really good in the back seat there. The one thing that is different here versus in North America is that people often leave their dogs in cars, even if it's hot outside. So I obviously wouldn't do that, but it's 13 degrees today, and I left the windows cracked, so he was very happy to be inside because we went on a walk and he was just like completely soaking wet and cold. Now we're actually gonna head over to a friend's house so that he can play around with their dogs for like half an hour. It's more so for the cat because I'm gonna be cat sitting for the whole month of December, I think. So he has to be good with cats, obviously. So that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to get him ready for that situation. I just realized that I think that my screen cover is covering half of my camera, so that's why it may have looked a little bit foggy. We just got back from grocery shopping and visiting our friends, and so we've got our groceries right there. The little man is sitting right there. Ignore that. My fridge has been leaking water, so I'm trying to keep this in the corner there to hopefully keep it from rotting the wood. I've let my landlords know and they don't want to do anything about it. So, yeah, what do you think, bud? Are you happy to be back? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? I'm gonna get you an egg with some of your food. Yes, you're a good boy. You're such a good boy. All right, so let's get this little dude an egg. I rarely eat eggs, so these are actually mostly all just for him. So we'll just do one egg. And what I actually do is I microwave them. So I will just put this egg in a little cup, and then we have a cover to go over, because if any of you have tried to microwave eggs before, they like to explode. So this stops it from getting all over. All right, so 45 seconds, got it like that. So it's still kind of runny in the middle. I almost lost that on my counter. There we go. Just like that. Mix it around a little bit. Now, of course, I'm gonna put this in the fridge for a few minutes, just until I can tolerate like putting my hands in there. It's a little hot right now. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for that to cool, I'm gonna put away all of my groceries. Timmy is very, very interested. So I went to, it's like a landscaping store. They have a bunch of dog stuff. Picked him up one of these. Just a quick thing to mention to you guys, and I'm not sure if it's something that's very, I don't know how to say it. Timmy has something wrong with his eyes. So I know that the first vlog where I brought him home, I was saying that he's got like conjunctivitis, that he's got some sort of inflammation in the eye. We tried to get rid of that. Didn't really work. It was just chronically there. And I started to notice that one of his eyes tends to stray off very easily. And so I'm self-diagnosing right now, or diagnosing my dog. I haven't taken him to an ophthalmologist, but I think he has something called strabismus, which is basically when the muscles for the eye are very weak, and so it's kind of like a cross-eyed thing. He has one eye, and it's his, I believe it's his right eye, yes, and it wanders off to the side a lot, and so that means that he doesn't have great depth perception. So he hasn't been really great with frisbees or balls. I can't throw a ball, and he can't perceive when it's coming, so it usually hits him in the face instead of him actually catching it, which is different than my other Aussie. So I figured I'd get this for him and see how he likes it, because there's a grip so we can play tug of war with it. Does it have a squeaky? No, it's just like a foam. Killing mosquitoes.
Is that for you? Is that for you?
All right, let's see if I can do this really fast so that I keep your guys' interest. So the treats that I feed him, I found this really great brand in Norway. It's called Provit, and it's all very natural treats. So this right here is shredded pig ears. So they're just like strips of pig ears. So I got him 2 of these because it takes him forever to actually eat one, and it's great for, you know, taking up his time. So then I got him, these are chicken necks, and they're, I think, freeze dried or something. It's something where it creates, the bone basically just becomes powderized. Is that a word? I don't know. It doesn't flake off, and it has no risk of causing any kind of like impalement of his bowels or anything. So it's pretty safe. He loves those. And then I got him these, which are basically just, I believe, muscle strips. So he will have fun with that for sure. Quick grocery haul. I love these. The Sapporos, the Easy Soups. This flavor is the beef flavor, which I haven't seen before. I have a bunch of the chicken ones. So that's great. And they're not too expensive, like 30 kroner, which is, I believe, around $3 US for a pack of 5 cookies, because I need something sweet. We got 1 bag of chips. That'll last me forever. If you know me, I am not a salty person. Sweets all the way. I cannot have a bunch of chocolate in my house because it will go like that. Chips, however, I can open up a bag and it can last me like a month. We got some peppers, some bananas. We got, this is my favorite granola bar brand in Norway, the Malone bar, and these are pretty cheap too. They're 22 kroner for 5, I think. Oh, 6 bars. So that's, again, 10 kroner per $1 US. Pasta sauce and onions and some sort of juice that I don't really understand because I can't read Norwegian, but I think it's iced tea. I hope it is. Natural yogurt. This is the yogurt that I get for Timber. So I will do, you'll see in a little bit. Sardines. So I do supplement his food with sardines every once in a while. Great source of omega-3 fatty acids. This is mayonnaise, what mayonnaise looks like in Norway. And yes, I got chocolate. I can't help it. I'm a weak human being. Some shrimp. So these are really expensive in Norway. I believe like 120-ish kroners. So that's like 12 bucks US for a bag. I got carrots. These were on a really great sale, 24 kroner. So like $2.40 US. Got some milk. I saw this, which is a butter chicken sauce. And it's kind of like a fridge one. So it's already pre-made and fresh. Figured I'd give it a go. Peanut butter. Now, this is the thing that drives me insane in Norway is, yes, I'm Canadian. I'm not from the US, so our portion sizes aren't as big as the US, but this is the only size peanut butter that I can find in Norway. Like, I'm used to something that big, not this. Some kitchen rolls, some smoked salmon. Then I have, I believe this is pork, I think. And this is what I use for Timmy's food. Okay, little man's been so patient. Got my stuff there. I'm gonna have to put it away. So let's grab your food. Oh, you're so excited. So that's been sitting in the fridge for a while.
You ready?
Are you ready? Let me just check and make sure. Let's put that on there and see. Oh yeah, that's fine. I know you're so hungry, buddy. Come on. Let's go.
Let's go. Yes. You sit for me.
Timmy, you wait.
Wait.
Can I have a handshake? Handshake.
Good boy. Okay, good boy. You can eat it.
Okay, so I'm gonna give him one of these muscle strips while I work. Hopefully it'll keep him very busy. Timmy, where do we go? Come on, where do we go? Come on, where do we go? Good boy. Can I have my handshake?
Thank you. Very good. Yes. Gentle.
Good boy. You work on that. Okay, so I have eaten, and Timber right now is in the bathroom, fast asleep. So he ate his little chew stick, and then just went in there. So he's like crashed in there. I think he likes it because it's dark and quiet. It's removed from everything else. So while I have a little bit of time, I'm going to clean. So this is the before. I have to put away a bunch of stuff. I'm going to vacuum and all that kind of stuff, and then I will check back in. So someone decided to wake up and come and see Mama. Yeah. I tucked him in so he has a blankie. Oh, my boy. Look at this beautiful dude, how quickly he's growing up. My goodness. Oh, my goodness. You just gonna hang out on the couch? While Mom cleans up a little bit, huh? I love you. I love you. You know that you're loved? Tammy. Oh. Oh. Good boy. Good boy. Ready? I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw it. Ha! So this is a game that I do very often in the house, is fetch with him. He's still learning how to give the ball. I never take it from him. But I'll take it once he lets go. Okay, so he played fetch with me for about half an hour. He's still awake because I'm obviously doing something very interesting to him. But we're gonna make a lick mat. So I have these guys, which are pretty great. They're from Homes Alive Pets. I don't know if you can see that right there. I think it's a Canadian company. The really sad thing is that I actually, wait a second. So I have 2 of them. I actually have doubles of a lot of things because if you guys aren't aware or didn't follow me before with Aspen, my previous Australian Shepherd, the plan was to have 2 Aussies in Norway, and life likes to throw things at you. And I was not expecting to not have my girl here. And so I had bought 2 of everything because I knew that I was going to have a brother or a sister for her. So it's not going to go to waste because eventually Timber will have a sibling. I'm still thinking about whether or not we're going to do that next year, maybe. It might be a lot to take 2 dogs from Norway to the next place that we go, but for now I have double of everything almost. I have 2 lick mats, 2 treat balls, basically every toy that I found really worthwhile to keep them engaged and their minds stimulated. Anyways, long story, but we're gonna make a lick mat, and it's basically gonna be like his supper. I break down his supper into 2 helpings when it's rainy like this, so he will get half of his supper in this and then half of his supper probably just regular, or we'll use it for training. So what's going in here? We're going to put in some natural yogurt, and then we're going to add in some blueberries. So these are actually blueberries that I picked myself from Norway. They're frozen, and so we're going to just add a couple of those in there. Some peanut butter. Make sure that your peanut butter, if you're going to make this, is free from xylitol. And then I have some of his kibble soaking, and we're going to mix in a couple of these sardines in with his kibble, and then we're going to mash it into here. So I'll show you once it's all done. All right, so here is the final product with the mashed dog food and sardines, teeny tiny bit of peanut butter, natural yogurt with some berries. And this little boy is very interested. Yeah? Okay, so in the meantime, we're going to do a treat ball, and I just put a couple of these guys in there and a couple of like very teeny tiny pieces of the pig ears. So that should keep him occupied for a little bit of time at least. Okay. What do we got, Tintins? What do we got? Come on. Oh. Ready? Sit. Good boy. There you go. Go get it. Here. Okay, I put on a sweater because it's kind of chilly. Winter is coming. Hey, stop eating my slippers. No, excuse me. Don't do it. So we're gonna take maybe about an hour off. I'm hoping that he's gonna settle down and go to bed and have a nice little nap. I might be hopeful. I don't know, but yeah, he's been going for quite a while. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna go on a walk, and that'll be his last walk of the day. It's still pretty rainy outside. Hasn't really stopped. I hope that tomorrow's better so that I can get him out a bit more. Poor boy is losing all of his teeth, like I said. You can see that there's blood on his new toy. And I think it's because there's a couple of teeth that are trying to get out there, and so he just bleeds on everything when they get aggravated. Can you see that one tooth that's a little bit darker than the others? It's that baby tooth right there beside the carnassial. That one for sure is dying, so I would expect that to fall out hopefully today, maybe tomorrow. So a couple of things that happened this week, and I just want to be able to remember for myself, is I actually almost broke my nose. He almost broke my nose. I was walking and I had my glasses on like this, and I bent down to say hi to him, and he decided that it was a fun time to jump up, and he rammed this. I guess my glasses were kind of sliding down because I have a small head. And he rammed them right into the bridge of my nose. So I had a bruise right here, and it would crunch whenever I moved it. So it doesn't do that anymore. Hopefully that's a good sign. But I think that I almost broke my nose. It was very painful, and my eyes were so watery, and it was just, it was very sore for the next few days. I actually found out too on the Norwegian wording on that toy that it says that it's a floaty toy. So it's actually supposed to be for the water. I'm going to confiscate it though, or I'm going to get him off the couch because he is actually... Look at this. Look at that. I told you guys it was going to happen. Okay, I want him off the couch because his mouth's probably bleeding quite a bit. There it is. So that's the kind of darker blue that I was saying. So I knew it was going to happen. All right, Timmy, what do you think? So we've got a little bit of a break in the rain. It's misting right now, which, I mean, isn't great, but it's not pouring rain. So, Timmy, come on, Tintins. So of course, it stops raining the second that we're gonna go home. So we didn't time it great, but that's all right, right? Tintins? I'm gonna dry you off, get you in to the car. You're so wet. Oh my gosh, the mosquitoes are so bad. Come here, my little dude. Oh, we go in the car. All right, there you are, Tintins. Let's get you closed in. There you go. I'll see you at home. I'm honestly so tired of mosquito season. I'm ready for winter. As much as that, is not the case for most people. I would rather the cold and not have to deal with all of these biting insects. I've never been bitten so much in my life. Even in the Arctic, I have not been bitten as much as I have been bitten here. And I think it's because the Arctic, at least, it's cold. So, when there's thousands and thousands of mosquitoes out, you want to wear long sleeves and, long pants and everything. Here, it gets, 30 degrees, and there's mosquitoes everywhere. And they're still even out, even in the rain. I hear one buzzing in the car. It's right there. Did I get you? Ha ha ha, got it. So we got back home, and then I've put out all of my washing. So another interesting fact about Norway is that, at least in the houses that I've been in, a washing machine is usually there, but sometimes you have to buy it. And then a dryer is really uncommon. And that's fine in the summertime when there's sun, but it's very inconvenient to have to dry your clothes when it's winter. because you have to dry them inside. But a lot of places have a wood stove, and so if you put it near the wood stove, then I guess it dries faster. I'm just not used to this, so this was one very new thing. Put it in the middle of the floor here for you. Push it down, make sure that it's stuck. There you go. What's all that? Yum, yum, yum. So it's been almost 20 minutes. And he's having the time of his life. So it's been 40 minutes and the little guy is still going at it. I am having butter chicken and some broccoli. Okay, Timmy, did you have fun eating your thing? Okay, so this little man is done eating his stuff and it took him an hour and 10 minutes. So well worth putting your time and effort into freezing something. So he hopefully will sleep now for a little bit. He's brought his toy up on the couch. But it's about 7:40-ish at night, and so I think all that we're gonna do now is we're going to relax. We're gonna watch a movie. He'll probably go outside a couple of times just to go potty, but I'm not gonna take him on another walk, and he should be good for the night. What do you think, bud? What are you doing? All right, you guys. Well, I think I woke him up. I think that's a wrap for our day. It is 9 o'clock. He is wanting to go to sleep. You're tired, Timmy. You're so tired. This is just how we're hanging out. And yeah, so thanks for joining us today. And I hope you enjoyed. Bye.